Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Here's a throw out line complete to his running back right side. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Cousins to throw it. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well, and they took the shot downfield. They were more than prepared for that one.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw his car. And that's caught. It's Brian Edwards. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there on the catch and run. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, and this is what we mean when we talk about flipping the field, having your offense look at going a long way to a short way after he makes a play. His ability to do that, evident. Able to make the catch there, keep his momentum going, and just continue downfield.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10. Carr to throw again. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one fielded out to 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this 1st half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Off the play fake, Cousins. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 33. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Second and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. Got a man. It's Darren Waller.
Complete to Darren Waller. A gain of 14 yards. Brings up third down.
2 minutes to play. First half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, the first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's third and 1. They go play action. Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And got his man complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Joseph is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. That's complete to Richard, the running back. That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll make it a 2nd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. From the 22, Carr. He'll look downfield for Waller. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Now a timeout signaled for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The kick by Carlson is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This will be fielded inside the 5. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon Gott.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gott, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the 2nd half is now underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. On play action, now Carr. And he's got his big tight end here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He'll buy some time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. On play action, it's Carr. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And this one will be brought back to the 22. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Second and 10. Here's Cousins. Over the middle, complete. That's Osborne. Touchdown. K.J. Osborne. A 22-yard touchdown ground. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Carr now on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr looking downfield for Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Cousins. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Joseph's got it. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The Carr's throw taken in by Edwards. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a play fake. Carr. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play that time on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
The kick by Joseph is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Here's Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Powering his way forward, and past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Carr going to look to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage. Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. The kick by Carlson is good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough? Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position. And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it? It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them. Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Cousins to throw. Steps away. And he wisely will throw that one away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it. That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down. And incomplete on the deep ball. That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time, Cousins on 4th down. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach. And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down. And after that, the air just went right out of the balloon. And you knew you were looking at a defeated team. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way. And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota.
First down, Minnesota.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers. I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days,
Pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Detroit Lions. Here's the former Sooner Austin Seibert to get this one started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And got his man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, this is where he can be so dangerous, CD. This offense, they devise ways to give him the football in space and just let him go. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now Goff on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Well, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Going deep here for Bryant. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Hunter Bryant. 34 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone. So give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now it's Darnold. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe one block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, or that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. And Darnold just beating the play clock. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Romeo Okwara gets to him well behind the line of scrimmage. That is a loss of 17 yards. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Goff now looks to throw. They'll roll him out right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Goff. Throw caught by Raymond. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Here's Goff. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Panthers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. After the interception, here's Darnold. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Throwing again is Darnold. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Play fake for Swift. Now Goff. Going deep here for Bryant. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers will take over possession here up at the 44. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work, because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field, and a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. And this is incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making.
And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift. 38 yards, and the Lions have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Back to the air, Darnold on second down. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Darnold to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. On first and 10, Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Hassan Reddick showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. To try again after the sack. Goff. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Goff looking to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 40. 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half. McCaffrey trying to escape, but he cannot. They get him in the end zone, and that's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10. The final shot before break here. Goff. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Goff now looking to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Burns drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here comes the Lions punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Here comes Erickson. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. On first down, Darnold steps away to his left. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
A first down throw, Darnold. This is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Terrace Marshall. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. And that score there makes this a much more manageable deficit.
Agreed, because before that touchdown, this looked like this was about over. Instead, they've got hope. They're back in the game. They feel better about themselves, and now they have a chance to make some more plays.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. It's them with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. On 1st and 10, Darnold. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. To the air again, Darnold. And it's caught. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Now here we go on 4th. Darnold. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. How does that affect the psyche? Or am I reading into that too much? They should be okay still?
No, you're not reading into it too much at all. You've got to wonder what the psyche is of a team, because once you build up a lead and things are rolling pretty well, you don't expect it to change. And for it to change this dramatically, and now they're the team doing the chasing, yeah, you want to check out where they are mentally and whether or not they have it in them to come back. We'll soon find out.
Yeah, they're on their heels a bit right now. A 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. Rolling to his right. Looking sideline, incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost...
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. And the Lions are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Goff a handoff here to Swift. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll try the air now with Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 79 yards. And the Panthers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Important extra point moving through, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
It's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Goff now to throw. Wright's got it.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Goff. And my goodness, another interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers have just about sewn up this football game. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Okay, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Darnold now to throw. Running right through it. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The fullback comes through with a big play there. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. We'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And they've got it inside the 10 at the end. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And the Lions are right back in this football game. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Now Darnold. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Justin Burris. And the Panthers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime,